into our NFL Week 5 preview, but I'm going to start this intro off today with a Monday Night Football recap. Of course, we had the doubleheader, starting with New England at Kansas City. I definitely wish we would have seen both of these teams at full strength for sure. I wish we would have seen Cam starting at quarterback. I think that New England defense played super strong through 3 quarters, but it is hard to hold Patrick Mahomes off for long. Not to say that if Cam played, the Chiefs wouldn't have won, but I think we would have had a better idea of the AFC playoff picture and things like that. So that does kind of suck. Credit to that Kansas City defense, though. Juan Thornhill and Frank Clark, names that really stood out to me in that game. I think that defense overall is playing so well, and it's just so crazy the turn since the latter half of last season and into the Super Bowl. They started playing so strong. I think that's where the biggest concern for this Chiefs team was, and they are holding things down, of course, alongside that explosive offense. And Atlanta and Green Bay, there's not really much to say here. Atlanta wasn't the stiffest of competition. But yeah, I didn't expect Robert Tonyan to be like that tight end breakout this season, but obviously Aaron Rodgers needs some targets. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, maniacally smiling should scare every opposing defense that he's going to face this season. Like, he was just grinning through, with the revenge tour. We love it. We love it. Let's jump right into the Week 5 preview. For my Week 5 preview, per usual, I'm going into 5 matchups that excite or interest me this week. I'm starting with Buffalo at Tennessee. Huge asterisk here with the, obviously Tennessee is not practicing. They're not going into the facility right now because of COVID concerns. So there's just a big question mark around this whole game. So theoretically, if it's going to be played, I'm thinking, I looked at this and I thought this could be one of those points in the season where we could see this Buffalo team getting tripped up. I don't think that Tennessee has any notable wins, but this could have been one for them, barring more normal circumstances. I did look at statistics, which I kind of hate doing, and I saw that Buffalo is the second-ranked pass offense, but Tennessee is the second-ranked defense in turnovers. So I feel like maybe those two things could potentially offset each other. I was interested in that matchup. I was curious if Tennessee, this would be a great gauge for them. Are they that team of 2019? Was 2019 just a fluke, or were they going to keep that energy going? And then, of course, for Buffalo, are they ready to just own the AFC East and then some, and play like they're going to the big game? So I still have so many questions here. We'll see how normally this game is played, but I'm really excited to see this matchup. Somebody asked me about upsets. I guess this would be a potential upset alert, but I am still picking the Bills to win. The next matchup I'm eyeing, the Las Vegas Raiders in Kansas City taking on those super dominant Chiefs who look like nothing is going to stop them and like they're going 16-0 the whole dang way. But the thing that I'm really eyeing here, we talked so much through free agency and draft season, especially about this Raiders team, building a team that can compete with the big guys in the division and the Chiefs. So I want to see how competitive this game is, how close the Raiders are to building that team, right? To being ready to compete with the big guys. I do think the Chiefs are going to win this game, but I really do want to get a better idea of how well built this Raiders team is. Maybe some pieces that they do need in the draft to kind of finish things off, figure this thing out to be a stronger competitor against the Chiefs maybe in 2021 is really what I've got my eyes on here. The Cincinnati Bengals head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens in division competition. Once again, I'm excited about this game. Cincinnati, I think that they're going to, hopefully put up a tough fight here. I have Baltimore winning this game, but I don't think it's going to be even as easy of a win as when they faced the Washington football team last week. Joe Mixon now in that run game really established and going. Hopefully we can see them keep that going and work some things in with play action and things like that, even against a tough Baltimore defense. I am really excited as a college football fan to have seen Joe Burrow, favorite college football player of my short time watching college football, because I'm not one of those people that came out the womb loving football. I was playing with Barbies and stuff like that. But having watched him on that awesome journey, I definitely did not think, I was like, that's too good to be true. This kid is not going to be able to carry that energy into the NFL, and he is. And I'm super excited for him. He is so easy to root for, so hopefully we see him get a Super Bowl ring too. I would not be mad at that. So I am eyeing this matchup to see how competitive this Bengals team is. I think they're going to put up a fight. They're not just laying down and saying we were the first pick of the draft this past season and we're going to stay in the top 5. They might really be able to give this tough Ravens team some competition. I think the Ravens are going to win it, but it'll be competitive, and we like competitive. The Indianapolis Colts head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm starting with the Colts here. So that defense is playing lights out. I'm curious how they shut down the Cleveland run and maybe make this team, force Baker to throw the ball, make this team one-dimensional, that whole storyline. I'm really curious if we can see the Browns win in a different way. I think that's always the story of these run-strong teams. Can they just beat teams down with the run, or are they going to have to be able to kind of work around that and get their quarterback to pass? Obviously, Odell had a great game last week. Will he be able to carry that over? If the run isn't able to be established, all of those questions, I think this will be a good game to hopefully get some answers there and see how well they can compete down the stretch. I don't love teams leaning on their defense to get wins, but we've seen it historically. It happens, and I think that this is what this Colts team is going to be this year. I see this Brown secondary getting some picks on Phillip Rivers. I don't think that's like a hot take, really. I think we all could probably see that happening, and maybe that'll be enough to also get some points on the board for the Browns. We'll see. I do have the Browns winning this game, but those are the things that I have my eye on for this game. And my final of the 5 matchups that I'm looking forward to this week, Monday Night Football. The Los Angeles Chargers head to New Orleans to take on the Saints. I definitely think that all the major stations are going to end up picking the Chargers, and I am also going to pick the Chargers. I think it'll be enough to give bulletin board material for the Saints to rally maybe to a win. I'm still picking the Chargers. This is my little upset alert for this week. Obviously, Justin Herbert has shown that he is not scared of these veteran quarterbacks. The Saints aren't playing in usual Saints fashion. That might be a good sign, though. As somebody that's secretly rooting for the Saints for whatever reason, because they're such a good team and those guys deserve a ring, in my opinion, I think that this could be maybe a sign. We're used to seeing them just ripping and running and then fizzling out. So maybe there will be no fizzle this year. Maybe they're just working their way up to greatness. We'll see. Have no idea. But I think that this is going to be a really, really fun game to watch, and potentially a statement win for Justin Herbert, who's already playing well, so he's already making a good statement. But this could be that win that everybody's like, ooh, who is this guy? Are the Chargers running LA now? All of those fun storylines that we'll get to play around with. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a really good game. Go Chargers. Bolt up. Those are my week 5 picks, games that I'm really excited about. I have the rest of my picks right here. As far as other potential upsets, the Philadelphia Eagles head to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. I never know who the Eagles are, so this could be, they lose to teams they shouldn't. And then we count them out, and then they beat teams that are top dogs, so I would not be surprised if Philly took this game. I do have Pittsburgh winning, but nothing about that Eagles team surprises me ever. It's always just complete toss-up that I would never bet on the Eagles. That is crazy. And then another game that I'm eyeing, the Miami Dolphins taking on the Niners. I have Miami winning this one. San Francisco is an 8-point favorite right now, and I have no idea why. They're so injury depleted. So I definitely think that this is a strong Dolphins team. I think Brian Flores can get them ready and rallied up to this game. Wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins take it, and I think they will. Yeah. But I don't know. It's an upset because they're an 8-point favorite, but I wouldn't call it an upset because of how many injuries the Niners have right now. That's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know if you completely disagree. I think I kind of went a little bold on picks this week, so let me know if you agree or disagree down in the comments below. Like and comment and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys really soon.